On today's episode of It's Not the Living Wall, but it's the garden. I'm back from the hospital with my kid's spinal fusion surgery. My fig tree and strawberries definitely grew up. I came back to flowers on my strawberries, and when I left, I think I had like one leaf like this. Boom! I'm happy. Pecan is droopy. It's definitely thirsty, but I can still tell it grew a lot. And this plum tree I really thought was dead. There is a glimmer of hope. My pawpaws, these three never made it. Dude sold me dead sticks. These two lived, and these two lived. None of my pear cuttings lived. So, it is what it is. I did find this in the middle of my yard today. That is a very pretty surprise to see. I'm happy about that. Here's Johnny, my apple tree, and like every single one of the grafts actually took. That is really good news. My cherry tree, which is growing utterly sideways as hell in the yard, is actually not all ate up by bugs by now, and it usually is. And this guy clearly recovered from that massive haircut I gave it in spring. The yard is looking very overgrown from not being able to mow or do anything for the last week or so. And then, oh yeah, these guys. Red Haven peach, doing great. Strawberries and weeds. Thornless blackberries. And then the pear tree definitely needs sprayed with that copper-side stuff. But the graft is looking good. That is a Asian giant pear on a pear tree. So the goji berries are not looking too hot at all. Well, the pond is looking. I haven't seen this in almost a week. I think those floaters did not enjoy their time in the sun. And then my dad did get pretty much all this cut for me, but it was up to my knees when I left. And okay, this is the tallest stuff right here, and this is, I'm gonna stick my hand out. Okay, this is stomach high. So it grew 1.5 feet in 2 weeks. Apparently someone's dog is being tortured. I can hear it. I planted taters, and they are growing. That's exciting. Oh, these are my my new stakes and trellises, I guess, that I cut from all this stuff. And here's what I'm gonna mulch up next, chop up next. And it's getting ready to storm, so all this shit is gonna grow more glorious. Janet, you want a stick? Grr, 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 it's my stick. I don't get it. It's my stick. Grr. That's a big old chance dug me. Maybe I'll plant that pecan tree there. Here's my maple tree that I grew. It's all bonsai'd and bent up. It looks like a full bush. And then here's my wild grapes. I mean, these could be Concord grapes, because I had bought one of those, cardboard box things from the big box stores, and when it died, that's where I dumped it. So it very well could be purple Concord grapes that I bought from the store and gave up on. So I guess it didn't give up on me. I did plant sunflowers before I left. There are some growing up. Exactly, yes. So that's nice. Where are these at? You can see them under the grass. I think after the storm, I'm going to come out here and spray these guys with that copper stuff. Damn. Check out all these freaking ants. Wild. When I checked on my mangroves, I noticed that there was essentially 3 new branches there and a new branch there that had opened up. And then these are also starting to leaf up a little bit. So I think that is a really happy thing. One thing I'm noticing with this avocado tree that I got from Fast Growing Trees is it did have a branch right here, but this branch died off, and as it died, I kept cutting it back. I cut it back this far. This is like tree grafting paint that I put on it. And now I notice that from here, the necrosis is spreading. So that means that unless I cut it below where the death is and hope that it stops, or else it's going to go all the way down and kill the graft that's on the tree. I have sanitized my implement, and as you can tell, the insides are pretty much dead. Yeah, cut a slant into it and it's all necrosis. So I took off that, then that, then that, then that, and now I can finally see something alive inside the very bottom. Now, for perspective, when I first got this, it arrived to my house. It was about 5 feet tall, which does stretch above my 4-foot wall. And it never really, it grew a few leaves and then like immediately died off. And there's nothing wrong with this soil. It's well draining and it's not overwatered. And I have other things in there to help soak up excess water, because I know they don't like swampy feet. So now I'm left with something that's about a foot tall. So I've lost 4 of my 5 feet worth of avocado tree. And then just to make extra sure that I'm still trying to do as right as I can by it, I went ahead and put parafilm at the top. Re-sanitized my tool, and I'm going to check out the kiwi, which still looks dead, Yep, I'm dead. Let's see if I can find any life anywhere. I'll try to cut into the net, I guess. Nope. 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 It is literally all the way to the ground. Now, I don't know if this one's the male or the female, but either way, this one is kind of useless without that one because they're not self-pollinating. Like, the roots don't look bad, so I think the rootstock is okay. It's just the graft in the avocado tree. I can actually see new growth coming up from the rootstock, trying to survive whatever's happening to the graft. So, I don't know if this is going to live, but I'm giving it the old try. And I showed an update of this twinned avocado, seemingly albino seedling. And it's got a couple new leaves on each of its stems, and they're kind of red. And then, boom. And this one is kind of red also. So I was looking stuff up, and I guess if they pick the avocados too soon, they have like a real high chance of being albino or otherwise mutated.